British literature has produced countless masterpieces over the centuries. Among them, female writers have carved out a unique space, using their distinct perspective to reshape the literary landscape. Today, we explore the impact of female authors in British literature from Jane Austen to Virginia Woolf. Jane Austen, one of England's foremost novelists, is celebrated for her keen social commentary and enduring wit. However, despite her significant contributions to literature, Austen was never publicly acknowledged as a writer during her lifetime. Her novels were published anonymously, with the author referred to only as a lady. She is one of the most iconic figures in British literature, active from the late 18th century to the early 19th century. Her novels, such as Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility, continue to resonate with readers around the world, offering sharp social commentary wrapped in wit and irony. Austen's novels delve into the lives, marriages, and social status of middle-class women. Through her keen observations, Austen critiqued the societal expectations placed on women, particularly the notion that marriage was their only route to economic security. Her works offer a critical look at the social norms of her time, portraying women as intelligent, complex individuals capable of making their own choices. Jane Austen lived during a period when women's rights were severely limited. Despite these constraints, she gave voice to the concerns and desires of women through her character, challenging the status quo with subtle yet powerful narratives. Mary Shelley, the author of Frankenstein, is widely regarded as the mother of modern science fiction. Although her name is inextricably linked with that of her husband and great love, the Romantic poet Percy Bysshe Shelley, Mary Shelley was a superlative author in her own right, and one of the most singular and unusual talents of her generation. Written when she was just 18, Frankenstein was published in 1818 and explores the dangers of unchecked scientific ambition and the ethical responsibilities of creation. Shelley's novel raises profound questions about human nature, the limits of scientific exploration, and the moral implications of creation. Set against the backdrop of the early 19th century, a time of significant scientific discovery and industrial progress, Frankenstein reflects contemporary anxieties and ethical dilemmas emerged about the consequences of rapid technological advancement of the Industrial Revolution. Mary Shelley's work was groundbreaking, not only because it's innovative genre, but also it was written by a young woman in a male-dominated literary world. Her success paved the way for future women writers in genres traditionally dominated by men, demonstrating the power of imagination and intellect regardless of gender. Virginia Woolf, a leading figure of modernist literature, is celebrated for her innovative narrative techniques and profound psychological insights. Her work delves into key modernist themes such as the subconscious, the passage of time, urban life, and the impact of modern warfare. Woolf's groundbreaking use of the stream of consciousness technique allowed her to vividly portray the interior lives of her characters, capturing the fragmented, montage-like nature of human perception. In works like A Room of One's Own and To the Lighthouse, she challenges traditional literary forms while offering deep explorations of her characters' inner worlds. In A Room of One's Own, Woolf argues that for a woman to write fiction, she must have financial independence and personal space for women's creative endeavors, a room of her own. This essay is a powerful critique of the patriarchal structures that have historically limited women's creative opportunities and intellectual freedom. Virginia Woolf's work is recognized as pioneering feminist literature, offering a nuanced exploration of the female experience and advocating for women's right to intellectual and creative independence. Her stream of consciousness narrative style broke new ground in literature, influencing countless writers who followed. Jane Austen, Mary Shelley, and Virginia Woolf lived in different eras and wrote in different genres, yet they all profoundly influenced British literature. Through their voices, they addressed the realities of women's lives and rights, using literature to challenge societal norms and advocate for change. Their legacy continues to inspire, paving the way for more women to share their stories in literature today. The spirit of these trailblazing women lives on in the works of many contemporary female authors, ensuring that their contributions to literature and society are never forgotten. Virginia Woolf, Jane Austen, and Mary Shelley. These names evoke not only literary brilliance, but also the resilience and courage of women who use their pens to carve out a space for themselves in a world that often sought to silence them. Reflecting on their works and the impact they have had, I'm reminded of the adage, "The pen is mightier than a sword." These authors wielded their pens not just as tools for storytelling, but as weapons of social change, challenging the norms of their times and giving voice to the struggles, desires, and intellect of women. Their contributions to literature are monumental, but they also represent the visible tip of a much larger iceberg. Behind these celebrated figures, like countless other women, their names perhaps less known, whose words and ideas have contributed to the ongoing struggle for gender equality. It is through the collective efforts of these women that are both recognized or forgotten. The progress has been made inch by inch towards a more just and equitable world. My respect for these authors goes beyond their literary achievements. It extends to their role in shaping societal perceptions and advancing the rights of women. They remind us that every sentence written in the pursuit of truth and justice is a step towards freedom, and that the courage to write, to speak, and to challenge oppression is one of the most powerful forces for change. Their legacy inspires me to appreciate the hard-won rights we enjoy today and to recognize that the struggle for equality is far from over, requiring the continued efforts of us all.